Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a very intriguing question that I saw, and I have a feeling that this question came from someone who's a marketer or a web designer or a web developer of that nature, and it will become apparent why in just a second. But the question is, should I block certain countries using Cloudflare because I'm getting these spam submissions on my contact form from people in outsourced countries or developing countries trying to sell me services which I provide. So that's why I say it's probably a marketer or a web designer or something like that. And they're saying, I only want to sell things to people in the US. And will it hurt my SEO if I block other countries? I have thoughts on this. Now, I have been working really hard on my own site for the last 7 years or so. And I can tell you what my numbers are and things that I think have helped my growth. And your experiences might vary or your goals might vary, but I'm gonna share with you what I think has contributed to the degree of success, whatever that is, that I've achieved. So, like I said, I debuted my site in 2012, and today it's getting about like a hair underneath 40,000 visits per month. I mean, that's not astronomical, but it's pretty good. And most of those are from the US, but the second leading country is India. And the remaining countries in the top 5, it's the UK, Canada, and Australia. But I can tell you, just in the last 7 days, I just looked at Google Analytics, and the last 7 days, I had 149 different countries come to my site. That's not a bragging or anything like that. I just think that it's worth noting that not every single one of those countries hits my contact form or asks to hire me. I do get a lot of spam, like I'm sure a lot of us do. I get other places looking to outsource, and I get phone calls as well from people looking to outsource, seeing if I am going to outsource work to them. And, you know, most of the time I either let it go to voicemail, or if I talk to somebody, just tell them we're doing everything in-house. But I don't think blocking countries is the way to go. Just because you're getting spam in your contact form with people trying to outsource to you. I think that's a natural thing that everybody goes through. I don't think blocking countries is the answer. And I'll tell you why. Just in the last year, I had people contact me from China, from Switzerland, from the UK, from Ireland. And these are all serious inquiries into people wanting to hire me. And if I was blocking all countries except for the US, this would never happen. A second thing that I want to point out too is, like I mentioned before, the second leading country that visits my site is India. And I don't think it's a bad thing because it's a growing country. I think in the next, the next 20, 30 years, 40 years, it's going to have as many people in it as China. That's a huge market. And while you can take the thought that, you know, they're just trying to outsource work and they're spamming my inbox or whatever, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. And if you have a lot of fans and if you have a lot of people in your audience that are coming from a different country, it can help you grow because they are also going to visit that site. Those are signals that Google sees. People are satisfied with what's on your page. That will help those pages grow. It will help them rank higher. I believe it does. The other thing too is people share those pages on social media. And while you might be only aiming for people in the US to hire you, it doesn't mean that other people in other countries sharing that on social media or emailing people or visiting your site and giving Google positive signals is not having a positive effect on your SEO. And if you block all countries except for the US through something like Cloudflare, I don't think that's going to benefit you in the long run. Now, we all get spam. My clients get spam in their inbox, especially as they get bigger. But here's the thing. I have 2 clients in particular. Right now, they're getting international business. I have one client, they're selling stuff to Italy and Latin America and the Caribbean and Australia and Europe. And I have another client that just a few years ago, they weren't getting anything from their website, and now they're getting inquiries from Europe and Australia and Germany and all these different places. So email spam is something, people want to outsource stuff. I mean, hey, it's going to happen. One thing that you might be able to do is I use Gravity Forms on my WordPress site. You can mark those entries as spam, and I think in the future, it just pushes that particular email address to spam within Gravity Forms. That's something you can do, but I mean, look, you don't have to reply to everything. You get an email, you just delete it. If it's not what you want, you just delete it. But I don't think blocking countries is going to help you. I think we're moving toward a global economy. I mean, we're not even moving toward it. We're in a global economy. And I think if you want to grow internationally and if you want to grow your SEO, I think that blocking out other countries is a bad idea. That's just my 2 cents. You may feel differently. I think that, there's people everywhere that have money and want your help. And, just because some people are trying to get a piece of that pie and want some of that outsourced work, just say no. That's what I do. I'm John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. And I want to thank all the new subscribers that have come on in the last few months. I really appreciate it. That's all I have for now. I'll be here tomorrow. Till next time. Peace.